Welcome back everybody to another self-defense video. For today we are going to go over two-hand chokes from the front and the back, but we're going to do it in a little bit of a different manner. Instead of just doing your stationary chokes and someone squeezing your neck, we're going to go over what happens if someone's being a little bit more aggressive, meaning they're grabbing your neck, they're driving you forward, or they come up behind you and just put their hands around your neck. Even though the choking factor may not always be there, someone's hands are around your neck and you have to deal with it right away. So what do? We're going to start here with an aggressive choke from the front. Now, if it's a typical choke from the front, it's a lot easier to defend these. Again, a lot of the times people aren't just going to be standing here in the open choking you. Your back is probably going to be up against the wall at some point, which is probably the reason why they are coming at you aggressively with the choke to begin with, is they want to throw you up against the wall. But if it's just a normal choke, we've gone over all the fancy ways that you can get out of this. Real simple. The aggressive chokes are a little bit different, but you have to keep in mind, it's very difficult for this person to actually choke you with the aggressive choke. It's just a mindset that their hands are around your neck, they're in control of your body essentially because they have control of your head, and they're driving you forward to a direction that you don't know. So the aggressive choke, if he just throws it on, is him just applying this choke and driving me through again with the hopes that he's trying to hit the wall. So you have to understand, my best line of defense is not to resist it. Once he puts this choke on, if I try and resist, now I'm going to start feeling the blunt of the choke. And if I start resisting and trying to defend it at the same time, it's going to be a little bit difficult because all his weight and energy is coming into me. So your options get limited to that extent, but your best way to get out of this is simply just go with the motion and fend it off from there. And it's very simple. As he puts his choke on, really, there's only one option that I'm really going to use. And again, it should work against anybody, any size, and you have a couple options how you want to move your arm. But the idea is that as he's pushing me, I'm going to be moving backwards at the same time. And I'm simply just going to, what we do is called opening the door. I'm literally going to step back to this side or step back to this side. Same time, my opposite arm is coming across, or I'm high pitching that arm and dropping that elbow down, all while I'm still continuing this direction. And all that's going to do is completely cut the connection between him and me, which means all his energy is going to start shifting forward and away from my direction. Now, this works in my favor because as he's putting this aggressive choke on me, once I break this grip off, his body shifts in. Very easy for me to retaliate with a quick elbow. I can come in with the heel palm, you can come in with punches, elbows, you can just, again, just throw a fury of strikes and then get away. Or it's as simple as soon as he does this again, I break, I throw an elbow, and I simply just clear the distance. You can throw a check kick and create the space a little bit, so you have options from there. But the initial breakaway is just a very simple break of the arms in that sense, and you're looking to just simply disconnect that connection altogether. But it just happens fast. And again, he throws this on as hard as he can. That's all I'm looking for. He can come straight across or just straight down. And again, it's just the idea that I'm just following up with strikes immediately and I'm just catching him as he comes into me. But if I start to resist it, that's when I'm going to start having problems. Now, the harder choke to deal with is the one from behind, simply for the fact that I do not see it coming. It can be something where I'm dealing with multiple attackers, or I have a confrontation in front that I'm focused on, and this person merely just comes up from behind me and puts his arms around his neck. Now, bear in mind, unless this person's arms are incredibly, or not his arms, unless this person's hands are incredibly big and strong, it is very difficult for this person to be able to fully choke you out. You will start feeling the pressure on your throat, but it is a little bit easier to sit here and deal with it and get the pressure off right away. But again, it's not something where I'm just going to stand here and as he starts squeezing, I'm just going to sit here and start fiddling around with the hands, nor is he going to allow me to. So again, especially if it's an aggressive choke and he slaps this on and starts driving me forward, I now have to worry about where are we going, as well as dealing with the choke from behind. So the approach is a little bit different, but the finishing move and how we get out of it is the same as from the front. Now, the only difference for the approach is once he slaps this on the back, I need to protect my neck. Just one for safety, but two, again, for the choking aspect. So all I'm going to do is simply just shrug my shoulders. And all this does is it fires up your trap muscles, your shoulder muscles, and it pretty much starts cutting off his ability to grip your necks as strong as he would like to. And as he does that, I'm also going to take my hands and pretty much just shield my head. Now, the reason I'm going to do this is in case he decides to disengage one of the hands and start trying to throw punches around to the back or around to the front while still maintaining control of the neck. And this is just a quick, again, I cannot stay here. This is just a quick reaction for the initial part. Now, similar to the choke from the front, I'm going to keep moving in the same direction. So once he applies his choke on, we're going forward, I shrug, I get into that shield position, then again, I'm going to commit to one side, and as I commit, that same side arm is going to come down with an elbow as hard as I can and abruptly as I can, and you're looking to, again, just disengage that connection between the attacker and you. Their momentum shifts forward, and just like the choke from the front, I'm immediately going to follow up with a fury of punches, elbows, heel palms, whatever you can get your hands onto, or again, you can simply just throw a teep kick and disengage altogether. But it's just that initial connection we have to disengage. So he throws it on, I shell, I protect my head, I turn and I drop the arms. And then again, from here, I can disengage right away, or you just follow up with your furious strikes. The key for either of these chokes, especially the one from behind, is you have to react immediately because I don't know what this person's gonna do. If I just sit here and I kind of just shake this off, but I don't turn and face this person, he could pull out a weapon, he could pull out a different type of attack, he could simply just punch me in the back of the head. So it's once I engage, I protected myself, I disengage that grip, I have to react immediately because I haven't done anything to him. I simply just broke that connection. So there's nothing stopping him from re-engaging with me to begin with, and therefore I have to take action right away. So whether it's a choke from the front or the choke from behind, either which way, you have to just disengage that grip immediately. All in all, these chokes are very simple to deal with. The threat of the choke is never really there compared to chokes once they actually get you up against a wall. But again, someone's hands are around your neck, deal with it right away, break that connection from your attacker, and do the appropriate damage that you need to get away safely. So give it a shot. If you are enjoying these videos, please hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.